Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today. The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency and Okuma.
Hey folks, Fred Golofaro here for this week's video fishing forecast. And speaking of forecast, the marine weather forecast looks real good for the next several days. Winds from 5 to 10 knots right through Sunday. On the ocean, seas 2 to 3 feet max. Looks like a great weekend coming up. So that shouldn't keep anybody from getting out and doing what they want to do. Out on the east end, we're going to have to go with Fluke in Montauk. Fluking's really good. Cartwright's producing a lot of quality fish. In fact, I'm getting photos. You know, one guy had 2 fish, 10.5 and 11.5 pounds himself. Quite a few fish in that 5 to 9 or 10 pound range being caught out there. Also, in addition to Cartwright, some good fish being taken along the south side as well. Back a little further west in the bays and Peconic and Noyac Bay, that summer run of weak fish is still cooking. A lot of those fish being caught. A lot of fun. Great if you have some kids you want to get out and get into some action, because there's also blowfish and some kingfish, porgies mixed in with the weak fish, so you can have a lot of fun doing that fishing this weekend. Down along the south shore, Fluke again, in the ocean and inside, in the inlet particularly. Out in the ocean, the Fire Island Reef's a good bet. Inside, it is very, very important that you fish the tides. That last hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of the incoming and the beginning of the ebb is when you have to target those fish. That's when you got that nice clean ocean water coming in, and that's pretty much when almost all the action is taking place. So plan your tides accordingly. Remember, in that Fire Island area, tide and current, there's a big difference, and you're looking for the current. If high tide is 12 o'clock, that last of the incoming current, high slack, isn't until almost 3 o'clock. So you'd want to be fishing from 1 to 3 or 1 to 2:45 in that time frame to catch the last part of that incoming current. Remember that, very important. Moving a little further west, again, Fluke are going to be our best bet. You have some real good fishing taking place on Cholera right now. Some real quality fish there, and inside too. That fishing inside really came alive. Squaw Island, West Island, in the State Channel, Massapequa Park, Massapequa Cove, sorry, and John Burns Park all produced some good fluke action this week. So, you know, no reason not to go outside. You know, if you have the right boat. Like I said, we've got a real nice ocean for the next several days, but if you want to stay in the bay, there's some good fishing to be had there also. Up on the North Shore, the porgy action just keeps rolling along. They seem to be everywhere. Whether you're fishing from shore or from a boat, there's just loads of porgies from one end of the sound to the other. I mean, it's not even worth mentioning the spots. It just seems like every report we get from every part of the sound, everybody's reporting excellent porgy fishing. Again, probably the best bet in most of those areas is start off by drifting with some clams, clam bait, or worms. Once you get into a few fish right away, you can switch over, anchor up, drop a chum pot down, and you should be bailing porgies the rest of the trip. Offshore, boy, some crazy shark action going on. Some very, very big thresher sharks caught, and reports of actually one boat actually catching 17 thresher sharks, catching and releasing 17 threshers in that 150 to 200 pound range. But a couple of monsters pushing 600 pounds, a 598 and 585 caught this past weekend, still cruising around out there. So sharking's an excellent bet. There's also some good tuna fishing going on, and even back to the west, and the Bacardi, it seems like a new body of tuna has moved in that area. So looks like a great weekend for running offshore. The canyon's lighting up, some good reports from the canyon the last couple of days. And again, you have the weather window, so if you're looking to make the run to the canyon, get it done. If you're looking for something to do, if we get a rainy day, maybe next week or next weekend, or you need a break from too much fishing this weekend, be sure to catch fin chasers on, it's Captain Frank Crisatelli. He's a Staten Island boy, excellent captain, and he's been hunting down world records on his Fin Chaser TV show. For viewing times, best bet is to go to finchasertv.com, and he'll steer you to where you need to go to catch that show. He's done a great job with it, so be sure to catch that. Until next week, Fred Golofaro here for thefisherman.com.
Win the incredible Steigercraft 21 dB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today.